Hello everyone, welcome to Tungad online classes. Let's continue problems on two-dimensional geometry, right? Next problem, third one, if a value lies between pi by 2 to pi, it is not p, make it pi, right? Then the distance between the points tan a comma 2 and 0 comma 1 is, and look at this condition, angle value lies in second quadrant, pi by 2 to pi, angle value is in second quadrant. This is very important point. Now find a distance between these 2 points, tan a comma 2 and 0 comma 1, right? Assume that first point is A, second point is B. Then AB distance equal to, just by using distance formula, square root of x2 minus x1 whole square. It is x2 y2, x1 y1, right? Then tan A minus 0 whole square, tan A minus 0 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square, right? That is 2 minus 1 whole square implies square root of tan square A plus 1. Already you know formula, tan square plus 1 or 1 plus tan square is very familiar formula, that is secant square A, right? That's equal to secant square A. After that, square root secant A, and look at the angle. Its value is not secant A, minus secant A. Why? Because if you take secant A, then what happens? Clearly angle is in second quadrant, means secant value is negative, and distance should not be negative. AB distance should not be negative. For getting positive value, it should be minus secant A. Minus secant A, then only distance is positive, not plus secant A, it will be minus secant A, because of there is a restriction for angle. Suppose nothing restriction is given, then secant A. Here some restriction is given for the angle. Angle is in second quadrant, means usually secant is negative, but distance should not be negative, no? For that reason consider negative sign. If you consider minus secant A, then only this AB distance is positive. If you consider minus secant A, then only AB distance is positive, otherwise you get negative value, it is meaningless, because distance should not be negative, right? For that reason minus secant A. Third option is the correct answer. Next problem, fourth one, in this case there is no restriction is given for the angle, right? Some restriction is given, then concentrate on that restriction, right? The distance between the points sin A comma cos A and cos A comma minus sin A. Distance between these 2 points, what they have given? 2 points they have given, we need to find distance between them. First point is sin A comma cos A, and one more point cos A comma minus sin A, right? Distance between these 2 points, assume that first point is A and second point is B, or else P and Q, right? AB is equal to, distance between point A and point B is equal to square root of cos A minus sin A whole square, cos A minus sin A whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square, minus sin A minus cos A. y2 minus y1 whole square means sin A plus cos A whole square, because already you know a plus b whole square is same as minus a minus b whole square, right? Both are one and the same only. For that reason I take cos a plus sin a whole square instead of taking minus sin a minus cos a. Usually it is minus sin a minus cos a whole square. It is like minus a minus b whole square, right? Minus a minus b whole square is same as a plus b whole square. And in this case apply one formula. It is well known formula. A plus b whole square plus a minus b whole square equal to, what is the formula? Or else you can usually expansion. Just write the apply a minus b whole square and a plus b whole square formula and simplify, lastly you get same answer, right? Or else use this shortcut formula. Already you know a plus b whole square plus a minus b whole square is always 2 times a square plus b square, right? And one more formula, a plus b whole square minus a minus b whole square. It is 4 times ab. Here one a minus b term is there, middle plus and a minus a plus b is there. Means directly we can apply this formula. 2 times square root remains as it is, right? Square root 2 times. In place of a we have cos a, in place of b we have sin a. So cos square a instead of a square, 2 times a square plus b square, right? That is sin square a. Already you know sin square theta plus cos square theta, or cos square theta plus sin square theta is 1, right? So it will be square root of 2 units. Distance between these 2 points is square root of 2 units. Next problem. Next, 7th one. Distance of the point x comma y from the image in x axis is. I discussed this concept in where I explained, where I discussed. Already I discussed this point in bridge course. Image of the point with respect to x axis, y axis and origin. Image with respect to x axis, x comma y is there. Image of this point with respect to x axis. With respect to x axis, its image is in 4th quadrant. Why? Because it is in 1st quadrant. Image of this point with respect to x axis lies in 4th quadrant and it will be x comma minus y. Clearly y coordinate becomes negative. Why? Because it is in 4th quadrant. In 4th quadrant y coordinate negative. Image of this point with respect to y axis means, image of this point with respect to y axis means x coordinate negative, y coordinate positive. If you take image of this point with respect to origin, clearly it is in 3rd quadrant and in 3rd quadrant both the coordinates are negative, right? This is image of one point with respect to coordinate axis and with respect to origin, right? Image of this point x comma y with respect to x axis is in 4th quadrant. Image of the point x comma y with respect to y axis is in 2nd quadrant. Suppose this point is in 1st quadrant. Then image of this point with respect to origin is in 3rd quadrant. Image means mirror image, right? Can you tell me distance between these 2 points? Point and its image point. Q is image of P with respect to x axis. Distance between point x comma y from its image in x axis. Image in x axis means image with respect to x axis. Can you tell me distance between PQ? Q is image of point P with respect to x axis or in x axis. Then PQ is equal to square root of, just use x2 minus x1 whole square. In this case clearly x coordinates remain same, so it will be 0 square. Why? Because x minus x whole square plus minus y whole square that's equal to square root of 4y square. It will be 2y, but we don't know whether y is positive or negative. For that reason, consider modulus sign. Why? Because distance should not be negative. For that reason only I take modulus sign. If you want positive value, then consider modulus. I don't know whether y is positive or negative. Means that point may be in first quadrant or second quadrant or third quadrant or fourth quadrant. That is depends on x and y values, x coordinate and y coordinate. For that reason, just take modulus sign. Why? Because distance should not be negative. So second option is the correct answer, right? Distance between point and its image point with respect to x-axis. Next problem. Number of points equidistant from two given points. Number of points which are equal distance from given 2 points. If I take point A here and point B here, then number of points which are equidistant from these 2 points. How many points are possible? If I take point here, clearly this point is equal distance from A and B, or else point may be here, these two distances are equal. This point is also equidistant from A and B. If I take point here, then also these two distances are one and the same. If I take point here or here or here or here, and similarly or else here, clearly these two distances are one and the same. These two distances are one and the same, and so on. Means how many points are there which are equidistant from these 2 points? Clearly there exist infinite number of points, because clearly this point, suppose this point is P1, P2, P3, P4, P5 and so on. Clearly AP1 is same as P1B, means these two lengths are equal. Means clearly these are equidistances from A and B. Means from 2 points there exist infinite number of points which are equidistant from given 2 points. Infinite number of points which are equidistant from given 2 points, right? There exist infinite number of points from given 2 points. Infinite number of points which are equidistant from given 2 points. Next problem. Go for next problem. Number of points on the x-axis. Understanding question is very important, right? The number of points on the x-axis which are at a distance c units. Clearly they mention a distance between x-axis and the given point is c units. How many such points are exist? Just consider 2D plane, and this point is in first quadrant. Why? Because x coordinate positive, y coordinate positive, means clearly first quadrant. 2, 3. The number of points on the x-axis means our required points clearly on the x-axis and at a distance c units from this point, and one more condition they have given, c value should be less than 3. If you find a distance between x-axis and this point, what is equation of x-axis? Y equal to 0, right? Equation of x-axis is y equal to 0. If you use distance between point and line formula, this is line and this is point, then if I take this point P and this point Q, in this case what is PQ distance? Distance between point and line formula. Write it in the form of ax plus by plus c equal to 0, right? In this case x term is not there, means its coefficient is 0. 0 into x plus y minus 0 equal to 0. use distance between point and line formula. Distance between point and line, right? This is line and this is point. Distance between point and line. Then what is the distance? Directly we get 3 units, right? In this case, A value 0, B value 1, C value 0. A into x1 plus B into y1 plus C divided by modulus, divided by square root of a square plus b square. If you simplify, you get PQ is equal to 3. But condition they have given, C must be less than 3 means this is impossible only. Condition they have given, C should be less than 3 means C here, C is PQ distance. PQ, what they have given, PQ is less than 3. But from the given data it is impossible because C clearly greater than 3, exactly 3 it is. Means there is no point is exist such that distance between them is less than 3. It is not possible. We can't select any point on the x-axis. Its distance between given 2 points is not less than, minimum distance is 3. Minimum distance is 3. For that reason there is no point exist. There is no point exist on the x-axis such that its distance between given point is less than 3. It is impossible. There is no point means, no point means absence. Absence means 0. There is no point is exist. Number of points, there is no point is exist because minimum distance is 3. Minimum distance between x-axis and point is 3. But what they have given, C should be less than 0. Such point is not exist, right? If you simplify, you get C equal to 3. C is distance between x-axis and point. From the given data, there is no point is exist. Next question number 13. Coordinates of the point which divides line joining A plus B comma A minus B and A minus B comma A plus B in the ratio of A is to B, right? In what ratio? Not what ratio. Find the ratio in which line joining given 2 points A plus B comma A minus B is 1 point and A minus B comma A plus B is another point. In what ratio point P divides, then find the coordinates of point P which divides line joining these 2 points in the ratio of A is to B instead of M is to N. Clearly P is in external division. The coordinates of the point which divides line segment joining given 2 points in the ratio of A is to B and clearly they have given externally. Means this point is not in between AB, right? It lies some outside P and it divides A is to B. Then just use external formula. Point P is equal to mx2. Here m value A, n value B. This is x1 y1, x2 y2. M x2, A into what is x2? A minus B minus n x1 B into what is x1? A plus B divided by A minus B, m minus n. Similarly, y coordinate m y2, A into A plus B minus B into A minus B divided by A minus B, right? Just simplify, then it will be A square minus AB minus AB minus B square, right? A square minus AB minus BA or minus AB, both are one and the same, divided by m minus n, m instead of m and n, A minus B, right? Then usual multiplication, A square plus AB minus AB minus into minus plus b square, whole thing divided by a minus b, right? Minus ab plus ab get cancelled. Lastly, a square minus 2ab minus b square, whole thing divided by a minus b, comma a square plus b square, a square plus b square divided by a minus b. This is our required answer, right? Such option is a square minus 2ab minus b square. Clearly first option. First option is the correct answer. The coordinates of one point, our required point, divides line joining given two points in the ratio of a is to b externally. If externally is given, use external division formula. Suppose internally is given, then use internal division formula, right? Next problem, 14th one, the ratio in which y-axis divides line segment joining 3, 6 and 12, minus 3. In what ratio y-axis divides line joining these 2 points, right? Suppose given 2 points are 3, 6 and one more point is 12, minus 3. In what ratio y-axis divides, this is our y-axis. In what ratio y-axis divides line joining 2 points? Already we have one shortcut formula. Y-axis divides line joining x1, y1 and x2, y2 in the ratio of minus x1 is to x2. We have one point in synopsis, minus x1 is to x2. Y-axis divides line joining given 2 points in the ratio of minus x1 is to x2, and x-axis divides line joining given 2 points in the ratio of minus y1 is to y2. This is for y-axis. Y-axis divides line joining given 2 points in the ratio of minus x1 is to x2. X-axis divides line joining given 2 points in the ratio of minus y1 is to y2, right? Then in this case, in what ratio? Required ratio is equal to, what is required ratio? Required is equal to minus x1 means minus 3. This is x1 y1, x2 y2. This is y-axis. Minus x1 is to x2. What is x2? 12. If you simplify, then you get minus 1 is to 4, just dividing with 3, right? Instead of this negative sign, you can use the word externally. If you mention the word externally, then remove this negative sign. Negative sign indicates external division. Or else we can write 1 is to 4 externally. If you use this word externally, then no need to write negative sign. In this case, negative sign indicates externally. If 1 is to 4 means internally, negative sign is not given means it is internally. Suppose there is a negative sign, then external division. Formula same only, either it is internal division or external division, minus x1 is to x2. In what ratio y-axis divides line joining these 2 points? Clearly 1 is to 4 externally. Because of negative sign, external division, right? Next problem, 15th one. If the point a, b, b, minus a, minus b and p of a square, ab are collinear, then the ratio in which p divides line joining ab. What they have given? Clearly all 3 points are lie on same straight line, right? Lie on a line means collinear. Collinearity condition is they have given. Collinear means lie on the same line and which divides AB. In what ratio point P divides AB? Just consider given 2 points A of small a comma B, B of minus a comma minus B, and one of the point P divides AB. In between, collinear means lie on the same line, that is A square comma AB. In what ratio point P divides line joining given 2 points? This is the question, right? Can you tell me formula? Suppose point A of x1 comma y1, point B of x2 comma y2, and point P of x comma y. Suppose the ratio they asked. In what ratio point P divides AB means formula. In what ratio? M by N is equal to x minus x1 divided by x2 minus x, or you can use y coordinate also. M by N is equal to y minus y1 divided by y2 minus y. Suppose they ask ratio, clearly coordinates of A, coordinates of P and coordinates of B are given. Then in what ratio point P divides line joining AB? Is M is to N is equal to x minus x1 divided by x2 minus x, or you can use either x coordinate or y coordinate. You get same answer. Apply same formula. This point, treat this point as x1 y1, this point as x2 y2, and this is x comma y. M by N is equal to, we want ratio. Ratio means M by N, right? M by N is equal to, what is formula? X minus, what is x here? A square. X minus x1, this is x1, divided by x2 minus x. What is x2 here? Minus a. x2 minus, this is x, a square. If you simplify, in the numerator a will be common, then a minus 1. In the denominator minus a common, then it will be 1 plus a, right? Now get cancelled. After that I will write, multiply this negative sign for the numerator. Then what you get? 1 minus a divided by 1 plus a. Just multiply this negative sign for the numerator. Then a minus 1 becomes 1 minus a on multiplying with negative sign. In this ratio, point P divides AB. In what ratio? Point P divides line joining AB. Clearly in this ratio, point P divides AB. That is fourth option, right? Minus 1. This is M by N value, that's equal to M by N. If you write M is to N, instead of this, M is to N is equal to 1 minus A is to 1 plus A. This is our required answer. Fourth option is the correct answer, right? Next problem. The triangle with vertices A comma B, A comma A and B comma B is, means which type of triangle it is? Vertices they have given, right? Then triangle ABC is whether it is equilateral triangle or isosceles triangle or right angle triangle or right angled isosceles. Already you know definition of equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle means all angles and all sides are equal. Isosceles means any two sides are equal. Isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangle means any two sides are equal. Right angled means sum of squares of any two sides equal to square of third side just by using Pythagoras theorem. Then right angled isosceles. There are two conditions. Right angled isosceles means two sides are equal and one angle is 90 degree. Isosceles right angle. Isosceles as well as right angle, right? To conclude whether given points are vertices of equilateral or isosceles or right angled isosceles, just find their side lengths. Point A comma B, this is A comma A and this is B comma A. Just find AB distance, BC distance and CA distance, A, B, C. Just find their side lengths, right? AB square is equal to, or AB is equal to square root, or else write AB square. AB square is equal to, by using distance formula, this point is x1, y1, x2, y2. That is A minus A 0, A minus B whole square. AB square is equal to A minus B, right? Then similarly, what is BC square? BC square is equal to, by using distance formula, B minus A whole square, A minus A get cancelled. B minus A whole square, right? And already we know B minus A whole square is same as A minus B whole square, right? That's equal to A minus B whole square. Next, find CA distance, or write CA square, right? CA square is equal to, by using distance formula, CA, A minus B whole square plus B minus A whole square. A minus B whole square, CA square is equal to A minus B whole square plus B minus A whole square, right? B minus A whole square. And already we know A minus B whole square is same as B minus A whole square. So it will be 2 times A minus B whole square. Just look at their side lengths, AB square, BC square and CA square. Clearly side length AB is same as side length BC, right? It is one condition, means two sides are equal, means it may be isosceles. And check third condition, clearly AB square plus BC square equal to CA square. AB square plus BC square equal to CA square, means there are two conditions. It satisfied right angle triangle condition and isosceles triangle condition. Isosceles as well as right angle, because AB square plus BC square is equal to CA square or AC square. AB square plus BC square equal to CA square or AC square, both are one and the same. If you add these two, A minus B whole square plus A minus B whole square, clearly it will be 2 times A minus B whole square. AB square plus BC square equal to AC square, it is one condition. From this condition we conclude it is right angle triangle, and two sides are also equal. Two sides equal and it is right angle, means isosceles right angle triangle or right angled isosceles. Next question. The point on the line 2x minus 3y equal to 5, which is equidistance from given 2 points is. Next question. Point on this line which is equidistance from these 2 points. Such point is. We need to find that point which is lie on this point, lie on this line and equidistance from these 2 points. This is given line, right, and its equation also given, that is 2x minus 3y. 2x minus 3y is equal to 5. 2x minus 3y is equal to 5. Our required point lie on this line and which is equidistance from given 2 points. I will take required point as a comma b, or else you can take x comma y also. And 2 points A and B, 1 comma 2 and B 3 comma 4. From the given data, these two distances are one and the same. Our required point P, which is equidistance from given 2 points. Our required point equidistance from these 2 points and lie on this line. This line 2x minus 3y is equal to 5 passes through this point, means given line becomes 2a minus 3b is equal to 5. Take this as equation number 1, because our required point lie on this line, means just replace x value as x coordinate of this point and y value as y coordinate of this point. And one more condition they have given, PA distance equal to PB distance. Point on the line 2x minus 3y equal to 5, equidistance from 1 comma 2 and 3 comma 4. Equidistance means equal distance. Clearly PA distance equal to PB distance they have given. From the given data, PA square is equal to PB square they have given, or else you can take PA PB, right? Then what is PA square? Just use distance formula. PA square is A minus 1 whole square plus B minus 2 whole square. That's equal to, what is BB square? A minus 3 whole square, A minus 3 whole square plus B minus 4 whole square. Just simplify. Both the sides A square and B square terms will be get cancelled, or else write, apply A minus B whole square. A square plus 1 minus 2A plus B square minus 4A plus 4. A square minus 2AB plus B square, that's equal to, apply A minus B whole square, A square minus 6A plus 9, B square minus 8B plus 16. Now both the sides A square term will be get cancelled and B square term also get cancelled, right? After that, what you get? Here minus 2A is there, here minus 6A is there. If you take this minus 6A into LHS, then it will be plus 6A minus 2A, it will be plus 4A. After that, look at, B, it is what it is, minus 4B it is, right? B square minus 2AB, B, then minus 2A. Now look at B term. If you take this minus 8B into LHS, minus 4B plus 8B, then it will be minus 4B is remains, right? Then that's equal to, constant term send it to RHS. Here plus 1 is there, plus 4 is there, plus 5, here 9 and 16, 25. Means what you get? 20, right? Because 25, if you send this 5 into RHS, minus, means 25 minus 5 is 20. Now just dividing with 2, or else you can dividing with 4 also, but for easier simplification I will dividing with 2. Then 2A minus 2B is equal to 10. Take this as equation number 2. If you solve these two equations, then clearly you get A value and B value. Its coordinates are A comma B, right? Solving 1 and 2, right? What is 1? 2A minus 3B is equal to 5. And what is equation number 2? 2A minus 2B is equal to 10. Just reverse the signs. It is positive, right? Then it will be minus B is equal to minus 5, right? Then B is equal to plus 5. B is equal to 5. If you put B value here, simplify, B equal to 5. Sorry, A minus B whole square, A minus B whole square, A minus B, A square plus B square minus 2AB plus B minus 2 whole square is B square minus 2AB, 4B plus B square 4, in RHS A square minus 2AB minus 6A plus B square plus A minus B whole square, A square minus 2AB plus B square, right? After that A square term will be get cancelled, B square term will be get cancelled. After that rearrangement, here minus 2a is there, here minus 6a is there, then it will be 4a, then here minus 4b is there, here minus 8b is there. If you take this one, then it will be plus 4b, right? Here plus. Now if you take this minus 8b into LHS, then it will be plus 4, means 2a plus 2b is equal. Now 2a minus 3b equal to 5 and 2a plus 2b is equal to 10 from 2. Now just reverse the signs, minus minus minus, 2a get cancelled, minus 3b minus, that is minus 5b is equal to minus 5, implies b equal to plus 1. B value plus 1. B value plus 1 implies what is A value? B value plus 1, minus 5b is equal to minus 5, means b equal to plus 1. Now put b equal to 1 in equation number 1. B value 1 means clearly A value 4, means our required point is 4 comma 1. This point 4 comma 1, which is equidistance from these 2 points and lie on this line. If you solve equation number 1 and 2, then we get required point. Then which one is correct answer? Second option is the correct answer, right? X coordinate 4, y coordinate 1. This point lie on this line, so replace x as A, y as B and simplify, right? Next problem. This next question. The line join of the points 2, 3 and minus 1, 3 subtend a right angled at P. Locus means one condition, geometrical condition is known as a locus. Locus means geometrical condition. AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. This is known as one of the locus. Locus means geometrical condition, right? Next, the line joining these 2 points subtend right angled at point P. If I take first point as A of 2 comma 3 and one more point minus 1 comma 5, right? Line joining these 2 points. Line joining point A and P and point B and P subtend right angle. Suppose point P here. What they have given? Clearly this angle is 90 degree. Line joining point P to A and line joining point P to B subtend right angled at P, right? This is clearly right angle. Line joining A to P and line joining B to P subtend right angled at P. Then what is its radius? Suppose this is right angled, then clearly locus is a circle, right? This point is right angle triangle, sorry, this point is right angle, means already we know one result. What is that? Any triangle in semicircle is right angle triangle. Any triangle inside semicircle is right angle triangle, right? This is 90 degree, means if you join these 2 points, then clearly it is right angle triangle. Because of this point, angle P is 90 degree. If angle P is 90 degree, then this is AB is the diameter, but we need its radius. What they have given? The line join of these 2 points subtend right angled at P, means right angled at point P, and already we know Triangle inside semicircle is always right angle triangle. This is right angle triangle means clearly this is semicircle. What they have given? This is right angle triangle they have given. Right angle triangle means clearly this is a semicircle. Triangle inside semicircle is always right angle triangle. It is one of the standard result. Clearly this is semicircle means AB is diameter. AB is diameter, then AB divided by 2 is its radius. Radius is equal to diameter divided by 2. About circles, radius is equal to diameter divided by 2, or diameter is equal to 2 times its radius. In this case AB is diameter, we need radius r. Radius r is equal to diameter divided by 2 means AB divided by 2, that's equal to, what is AB distance? Just by using distance formula, x2 minus x1 whole square, that is 9, minus 1 minus 2 whole square is minus 3 square is 9, x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square, 5 minus 3 whole square is 4, right? Whole thing divided by 2, that's equal to square root of 13 divided by 2. Radius of the circle is diameter divided by 2. Here AB is diameter. AB divided by 2 gives its radius. Diameter is square root of 13 divided by 2 gives its radius. The points 5, 3, the points 5, minus 3, minus 3, minus 2, 9, 12, 17, 11 taken in order. Means these points are from the vertices of either parallelogram or rhombus or a rectangle or a square. Already you know geometrical condition of parallelogram, rhombus, rectangle and square. Once again I will explain. Parallelogram. Parallelogram condition, adjacent sides are unequal. First condition, AB is not equal to BC. Adjacent sides are unequal. And second condition, diagonals, AC diagonal is not equal to BD diagonal. Just check whether adjacent sides are equal or unequal and diagonals are equal or unequal. If a given quadrilateral is parallelogram whose adjacent sides are unequal and diagonals are also unequal, then what is geometrical condition for a rectangle? In rectangle, adjacent sides are unequal. Adjacent sides, parallelogram A, B, C and D. AB is not equal to BC and diagonal AC, diagonal BD. In rectangle also, what is rectangle condition? Opposite sides are equal, right? But adjacent sides are not equal. A, B, C and D. Here also adjacent sides are unequal but diagonals equal, right? AC diagonal is same as BD diagonal. AC diagonal is same as BD diagonal and adjacent sides are unequal, then quadrilateral is a rectangle. Adjacent sides unequal, diagonals are also unequal, then quadrilateral is a parallelogram. Adjacent sides unequal, diagonals equal means a rectangle. Then square. In a square, adjacent sides are equal. Not only adjacent sides, all sides are equal, but our requirement is just adjacent sides. Suppose A, B, C and D. Given quadrilateral is said to be square if adjacent sides should be equal. AB equal to BC. Just check adjacent sides. AB equal to BC and diagonals are also equal. Second condition, AC diagonal is same as BD diagonal. adjacent sides equal, diagonals equal, then you conclude given quadrilateral is a square. Then rhombus condition, adjacent sides are equal but diagonals unequal, right? A, B, C and D are the vertices. AB is equal to BC, adjacent sides are equal, AB equal to BC but diagonals unequal. Second condition, AC diagonal is not equal to BD diagonal. About geometrical figures, about quadrilaterals. Given quadrilateral is said to be parallelogram whose adjacent sides are unequal, diagonals are also unequal. Given quadrilateral is said to be given quadrilateral is said to be a rectangle whose adjacent sides unequal but diagonals equal. Then condition for a square is adjacent sides equal, diagonals are also equal, then quadrilateral is a square. Adjacent sides equal, diagonals unequal, then given quadrilateral is a rhombus. These are the geometrical conditions for the quadrilaterals. Just find adjacent sides. In this problem, just find AB and AC, after that, sorry, AB, BC, AC and BD, right? And always take first point is A, second point is B, third point is C, fourth point is D, right? Tell me what is AB? AB by using distance formula, square root of AB is equal to, or else write AB square equal to minus 3 minus 5 minus 8 whole square, that is 64, minus 2 minus of minus plus 3 means 1, it will be square root of 65. After that find BC also, that's equal to, BC means distance between B and C, right? B and C, 9 plus 3 that is 12, 12 whole square is 144, x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1 whole square that is 14 whole square, that is 196, that's equal to square root of 340. Means AB is not equal to BC means what you conclude? Given quadrilateral, adjacent sides unequal means either it is a parallelogram or rectangle, right? Adjacent sides unequal means given quadrilateral is either parallelogram or a rectangle, that is depends on diagonals. From this, these two options are not possible, rhombus and square, because in rhombus and square adjacent sides are equal only, means these two options are not possible. Just find AC diagonal, AC is equal to square root of A, this is C, 9 minus 5 that is 16, 9 minus 5 whole square 16, 12 plus that is 15, 225, that's equal to square root of 241. Then BD diagonal, that's equal to, what is BD? Distance between B and D here. Distance between BD 17 minus means 20 whole square is 400, right? 17 minus of minus plus, then 11 plus 13, 13 whole square is 169, that's equal to square root of 569. Diagonals unequal, adjacent sides unequal, then what you conclude about given quadrilateral? Clearly it is a parallelogram. AB is not equal to BC, AB is not equal to BC, adjacent sides unequal, and diagonal AC is not equal to diagonal BD. Therefore, given points are from the vertices of a parallelogram. These points are from the vertices of a parallelogram, right? Next problem. A of, next problem, A of 2 comma minus 3 comma B of minus 2 comma 1 are opposite vertices of a rhombus. Then the equation of other diagonal of the rhombus is, in this case we need to find equation of other diagonal, right? What they have given? Opposite vertices A and B are opposite vertices. These two are adjacent vertices, opposite vertices. 2 comma minus 3, right? And one more point is minus 2 comma 1. And in any quadrilateral, midpoints, diagonals intersect at midpoint in any quadrilateral, either it is square or rhombus or parallelogram or a rectangle, diagonals intersect at midpoint C and D, A and B. In this figure, AB and CD are diagonals, and in any quadrilateral, diagonals intersect at midpoint. This point is midpoint of AB as well as midpoint of CD. Then tell me what are the coordinates of this midpoint M? Already you know midpoint formula, x1 plus x2 divided by 2 comma y1 plus y2 divided by 2. 0 comma 2 minus 2 divided by 2 minus 3 plus 1, that is minus 1. Now we get M coordinates. We need equation of CD, other diagonal, right? For finding equation we need at least 2 points, either 2 points and slope, 2 points or slope and 1 point, or 2 x intercept and or y intercept and slope and intercept or intercepts, right? For finding equation of the line we need 2 parameters, slope 1 point. Can you tell me slope of BA or AB? AB slope is, slope of AB equal to, slope of AB line is equal to, tell me slope of AB line by using 2-point formula, y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1, slope of line joining 2 points. y2 minus y1 means 4 divided by minus 4, right? Because 1 minus of minus plus 1 plus 3 is 4, then minus 2 minus 2 minus 4 means minus 1. Slope of AB is minus 1. Then tell me what is slope of CD? Slope of CD line is equal to plus 1. Why? Because negative reciprocal of slope of the other line. Why? Because in rhombus diagonals are perpendicular to each other. In rhombus clearly diagonals are perpendicular to each other. Now find the equation of CD. Clearly its slope is m value. What is m value? Plus 1. Now use slope point formula. This is slope and point. Y minus y1 equal to equation of CD. Y minus y1. What is y1 value? Minus 1. M into, what is m value? 1. X minus x1, that is x minus 0. Usual simplification, y plus 1 is equal to x, or x minus y minus 1 equal to 0. X minus y minus 1 equal to 0 is equation of other diagonal, which is a third option, right? And already we know in rhombus diagonals intersect at right angle, means diagonals are perpendicular to each other. In rhombus diagonals are perpendicular to each other, and in any quadrilateral diagonals intersect at midpoint. Hence just by using midpoint formula m coordinate 0 1, after getting coordinates of m, find slope of CD by using slope of AB, right? With this problem I will stop today's class. And one more thing, up to question number 27 whatever I left you have to solve. If you have any doubt just ask in the group, right? Thank you.